Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and this week I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm always trying to show you guys movies that may have flown under the radar or that you may not be aware of, and I usually tend to do things that are, horror related or sci-fi related. I'm going to change a little bit this week, and we'll look at a movie that might seem a little strange for me and this site, but still a good movie, so I still want to show it to you. And that movie is The Cooler. And this is a movie that came out in late 2003. Features William H. Macy as a man named Bernie Lutz. And he is supposedly the most unlucky guy, or the unluckiest guy, in Las Vegas. And as such, he is employed by a man named Shelley Kaplow, who is played by Alec Baldwin, as what's called a cooler. What that means is that Bernie's luck is so bad that will actually brush off onto other people when he stands next to them or touches them or comes in contact with them. So what Bernie does in the casino is he basically will sit down at a table with somebody who's winning and make them stop winning merely by being there. It's kind of interesting. Bernie's luck begins to change, however, when he meets Natalie, played by Maria Bello. And Natalie is really attractive and strangely finds herself attracted to this sad sack Bernie Lutz guy. Why? Well, you have to watch the movie to find out. But when they start a relationship, Bernie's luck changes and he starts to have the opposite effect on people when they're winning. He makes them win more. And obviously this will piss off Shelley, who now finds himself, instead of saving money with Bernie's presence, he begins losing money with Bernie's presence. So he kind of has to figure out a way to stop that from happening. Further complicating things is the fact that Shelley is, he's not quite on the up and up. He has some business partners that he works with at the casino. And they bring in some consultants, one of them being Larry Sokoloff, I believe his name is in the movie. Sokoloff wants him to change things for the better, supposedly, make things more modern. Start playing subliminal messages on the casino floor, change the wallpaper of the casino because it's too upbeat, and get rid of the cooler. Shelley, of course, being the old school mobster type, resists this attempt to improve or Disneyfy his casino. He really is upset about the fact that Steve Wynn has come in and commercialized Vegas, and he wants his casino to be sort of an oasis in the desert for people who want the old school, old style Vegas instead of the the bright and happy Vegas that has essentially become extinct. So Shelley has some issues going on. He's got this guy whispering in his ear that he has to improve and change all this stuff or upset his business partners. And he also has to deal with the fact that Bernie, who really is the only thing that he has that approaches being a friend, is about to leave him. Bernie has been paying off a large gambling debt to Shelley, and he's only days away from paying it off. And once he pays it off, he's going to leave the casino business. He's going to leave Vegas altogether. And the fact that Bernie is causing him to lose large quantities of money at the moment also doesn't factor in as a positive thing for Shelley. So basically things are going to have to change, and that's what this movie deals with. How Bernie reacts to his change in luck and how Shelley reacts to the new Vegas, I guess you could say. Kind of lost in that description is this quirky romance between Maria Bello and William H. Macy's characters, and it's something you have to see. I can't really explain it. Basically, the movie is just really kind of quirky. Somehow it all works. The direction by Wayne Kramer is really, really cool. There's a lot of visually inventive stuff going on, some transitional scenes that are really cool. Some very subtle stuff, even just with reflections in glass and reflections in a mirror. There's one transition scene near the beginning of the film where gambling chips turn into a pair of Alka-Seltzer tablets falling into a drink of water. It's very, very cool stuff. the movie has these outbursts of violence which kind of come unexpected, and they're kept very short, and they're really, really effective and brutal. And I've watched this movie with other people several times, and people actually gasp at some of the violent scenes in this movie. Not because they're excessively visually explicit, just because they're kind of unexpected. And that's kind of cool. But by far, the best reason to see this movie is the performance of Alec Baldwin as Shelley Kaplow, the gangster, mob, casino boss type guy. He just chews up the scenery in pretty much every scene that he's in. He's slimy, he's conflicted, he'll look you right in the eye and lie to you. Really, really a good performance. Solid all the way around. And it's so good that it actually received an Academy Award nomination in 2004. It didn't win, unfortunately. Tim Robbins and Mystic River won. But Baldwin's performance still, absolutely the reason to pick this DVD up. Alright, so I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. There's a lot of things in this movie that may sound out of place separately. William H. Macy as a love interest, Alec Baldwin as a casino owner, some of the commentary the film has to make about the commercialization of Vegas, Marie Bello nude. Well, that would work anytime. But there's a lot of good stuff here. And it all sort of comes together in a really engaging movie. Like I said, I've watched this movie with a lot of other people, and on many different occasions, and I love the reaction that this movie gets out of people. It's unsettling in some instances, some scenes. It's uplifting in some scenes. It's graphically violent in some scenes. It's overly sexual in some scenes. It's just an excellent movie. And so I highly recommend going out and picking up The Cooler. You could probably find it pretty cheap. I've seen it used for $4 out at the local used DVD store. You can probably find it a lot cheaper if you go on like Amazon.com to pick it up used. Better yet, buy it new, support this film. The movie was made for about $4 million. It made about $10 million at the box office when it was released. And I can only say good things about it. So the only reason it didn't get a higher mark, probably because the plot itself, while it does contain a lot of elements that are really cool and kind of congeal all together into a nice package, some of the plot elements, well, they're frankly just a little bit unbelievable, and it's kind of hard to, you know, set that aside. You kind of, some of the things are a little bit predictable, some aren't, but most are. And that only hurts the film a little bit. Don't get me wrong. This is a great movie through and through. So check out The Cooler. And let me know if you enjoy seeing or hearing me talk about something other than sci-fi and horror every now and again. You know, not that I'm going to abandon them altogether, but you know, I may take a look at some other things. Because all I want to do is expose you guys to some movies that you may not have heard of, or may have overlooked, or you know, may not even think of picking up. Because if you saw this on the DVD shelf, you go, okay, what else you got? But hopefully, hearing me talk about it is going to at least make you stop and look at it on the shelf and go, hey, maybe I'll give this a shot. So check out The Cooler on DVD. Stay tuned for more movie, music, and video game reviews here on my YouTube channel, Media Assault. And of course, as always, check out www.media-assault.com for more stuff. So, and don't forget to rate this video with a new like, and also subscribe to the channel, because, you know, that's kind of what I'm hoping you'll do. All right, thanks. Bye.